Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do the first set of isometrics that we have to do. And this is your sheet. You're going to do a regular border and title block that we're used to. However, on this isometric graph paper, for the border, all you have to do is trace the outside blue border line, and that'll suffice. You don't have to measure in. Title block's going to be the same. Measure up half inch, same title block that we're used to. And then there's these 6 different shapes that make up a Soma cube puzzle that we're going to create. I'm going to show you the first one right here in the upper left-hand corner that you can look on the website. There's 2 different pictures you can look at to figure out how to do this. All the cubes on here are a ½ inch square, right? So you can go ahead and measure them if you want to. However, since I did give you the graph paper, it's 1/4 inch isometric graph paper, so each individual graph tick mark or cube or blue cube or blue triangle, some of the kids were calling them, that is going to represent a 1/4 inch. So 2 of those is going to equal your ½ inch. To start these, okay, to start this one, your starting point for this one is to come down 3 3/8 and to come over 1 1/2. With any isometric, you always start with your three different lines. You have a vertical line, you have a 30-degree line going one way, and a 30-degree line going the other way. That's going to represent for us this corner. Okay, if you went through the slideshow and saw those slides where I described why we use those, that would be a good idea. You're going to need a 30/60 for this one, and it's pretty straightforward from here on out. You're going to start right down at this point. Like I said, it's 3 3/8 down, 1 1/2 inch over. You're going to make sure everything's aligned. You're going to go 2 that way. Okay, so I have the bottom here of the first cube. Now I'm going to go ahead and extend this one over and go up and draw basically these 2 right here. So for this one, while I'm doing this, so you know, I'm not going to be grading as strict on your line work or on where the placement of where the cubes go. Basically, this is practice for us, so I want you guys to get used to using the 30/60 to basically draw all of your lines. Because in an isometric, you use it to draw every single line. And I want to make sure the shape and the proportion is the proper size. That's what I'm going to be grading you on for this one. If your block isn't in the exact spot that mine is, that's okay. I spaced them about 1 1/4 inches apart. That's how you do that one, and then you'd erase these lines down here that you don't need. And then on mine, so you'll put a 1 right here because this is 1. And then it's 1 1/4 inches from here to here. But I think what it actually ends up being to the next point that I used to draw this was 3 inches into my next one. So you measure over, go about 3 inches. So up from here. So again, you start with 31 direction. 30 the other direction. 30 straight up. And that's how you'll do all of these isometric drawings for your first isometric drawing.